Okay, guys, today we're starting a new unit, Unit 8. Sorry. And it's going to be all about volume and surface area of 3D shapes. Okay. So we're going to start with surface area. We're going to do that today and tomorrow because we're going to talk about total surface area and lateral surface area. Okay. So these are some of the nets for the prisms that you may have seen in 6th grade. You probably should have. And these are going to be the nets we're using. So we have prisms, a cube is this one right here. You've got all of the shapes are squares. Okay, so when you find the area of one square, you can just multiply it by 6 to get the area of the whole thing. This is a rectangular prism. So you have three sets of rectangles on here that are going to be it. So you have one set here, and one set here. And so that would be 3 sets of rectangles that are different. And you would find the area of here. And then triangular prism, the base, are triangles. That's why it's a triangular prism. And then you have the rest of them the other 3 are rectangles. Okay. Next thing we have are pyramids. We have a square pyramid. That means the base is a square and then it has 4 equal triangles making up the rest of them. Then we have a rectangular pyramid. The base is a rectangle. You've got 2 equal triangles here and 2 equal triangles here. And then you have a triangular pyramid. So in this triangular pyramid, this is an equilateral one. So all 4 triangles are the same. Okay, but you got to pay attention to see whether they're all the same or not. So to find total surface area, this means we're finding the total area that the surface of an object takes up. So when I have like a soup can, this would be all of the outside of the soup can, not what's contained inside of it, but all the outside, all the metal that makes up the soup can. The steps to find this, we want to identify our congruent shapes in the net. So I like to number them, because it is on paper, you can redraw them, and then I like to number them or color them so I know which ones match with which. And then find the area of each of the individual shapes, and then I'll add all the areas together. So this is exactly like what we did with composite figures. We got to find the area of each shape in the net and then add all the areas together. Okay, so we're going to do one of each. So we're going to start with a rectangular prism. So the net of a rectangular prism and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. What is the total surface area of the rectangular prism in square inches? So I want to see which of these are congruent. So I know this one, because that's 2 by 3. I mean, this one is 2 by 3, okay? And then let's go to blue. This one is 3 by 5, okay? And that's 5 by 2, so that's not right. 3 by 5, so those are it. And then my other one, 2 by 5. And then this would be 2 by 5, okay? So those are the ones I have. So I'm going to find the area of each of the individual shapes. So since I have green already, I'm going to do that. 2 times 5. That means 2 times 5 is 10, right? And then I have 2 of those, so I have to multiply by 2. So that would give me 20. Okay? That was hard to see. Then let's do the blue. We have 3 by 5. So I'm going to do 3 times 5 is 15. And then times 2, because there's 2 of them, would be 30. Okay, and then the last one, 3 by 2, 2, 3. So 3 times 2 would give me 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. And then I add them all together. 0, 0, 2 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So all together is 62 inches square. And that's my answer. And that's all we got to do there. Okay, let's erase. Okay, so all I did was find the area of each of the individual shapes. If you don't know which is which, then I would just find the area of each individual shape all on its own and then add it together instead of multiplying by 2. Okay, pick a different color besides green because you can't see that. Okay. the net of a triangular prism. So it says triangular prism, okay? So that means it's the triangles are the bases, okay? So I know these are my bases right here. Okay, and then what is the total surface area? Okay, and then let's see. Blue. That's 4 by 10. Awesome. That's 4 by 10 as well. Awesome. And that's 6 by 10. So that's going to be a different color all on its own. So let's use pink so we can see it. So I know I'm doing 6 times 10 for one of them. That gives me 60. And then I'm doing 4 by 10 for one of them. That's 40. And then we have 2 of them. So we're going to do times 2, which is 80. Okay. And then we're doing red. Okay. 1/2. So remember, rectangles are just base times height. Triangles are base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 of the base times height. So I have to do 1/2 times, that's 6. The base is 6 times 7. Okay. 6 times 7 is 42. So half of 42. Okay. And half of 42 is 21. And then I do that times 2, and I get 42. See, we went back to here because I took half of it and then multiplied by 2. So essentially those 2 steps cancel each other out, and I'm left with this. Okay, so then I add them. 60 plus 80. Let's do 60 plus 80 first. 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. And then 140 plus 42 is 182. Okay, and that's my answer, 182 inches squared. Okay, let's keep going. So those were the prisms. The prisms are pretty easy. It tells you what the bases are, okay? And the bases are usually going to be out to the side on these sides right here and right here, okay? So that's usually where the bases are. Okay. Okay, so let's try some pyramids now. Okay, the net of a square pyramid. So that's a square pyramid. So that means, that square is our base. Okay. And its dimensions are shown. So if it's a square pyramid, that means all the sides are equal, which means all of these triangles are equal as well. Okay. So that means I need to do 4 triangles together. So I'm going to do 1/2, remember, base times height. So my base right here, 8.5 inches times 4. Okay. So let's find what 8.5 times 4 is. Times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 2 is 34. And then there's 1 decimal. So I'm going to put 1 decimal there. So that's 34. 1/2 of 34. Okay. So I'm going to take half of 34. Half of 30 is 15. Half of 4 is 2. So that would make it 17. Okay. And then I need to multiply that by 4 to get the total, all 4 triangles. 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 68. So I've got 68 for my triangles. We're going to add that to whatever my rectangle is here. My square is. So squares are same on each side. So these are both 8.5. So I'm going to do 8.5 times 8.5. Okay, so let's do 8.5 times 8.5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 8 is 40. Plus 2 is 42. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus 4 is 68. 5, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7. And 1, 2. So it's 72.25. Okay, and then I add them together. So let's add them together. So 68 plus 72.25. So remember, line up your decimals, okay? 5, 2, 10. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 1 is 14. So 140.25 inches squared. And that's my answer there. Okay. One more example. And do one more pyramid. So much work. Got a lot to erase for you. Okay. Last one. The net of a triangular pyramid. So we're on a triangular pyramid now. That means this middle one is our base, okay? Because these fold up to make triangle. The net is composed of 4 congruent triangles. So it says there's 4 congruent triangles, which means they're all the same. So I can use the same one for all of them. So that means I only have to do one set of math. So I have 7.2 and 6, our base times our height. So we're going to do 1/2 7.2 times 6. So let's do 7.2 times 6. That's 12. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 1 is 43. 1 decimal, so that's 43.2. So 1/2 of 43.2. Okay, so I'm going to divide that in half. So 2 goes into 43.2. 2 goes into 4 twice. That's 4. 2 goes into 3 once. That's 2. And 2 goes into 12 6 times. So that's 21.6. Okay, and all I have to do is multiply that by 4, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles to get my answer. 6 times 4 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 decimal, so 86.4 inches squared is my answer. Okay. So that's all we're doing today. Hey, buddy. So that's all we're doing today, and your assignment is going to be on IXL. You're doing 2 of these codes. So you're going to find nets of prisms and pyramids, GFP, this one, and you're just going to say which shape does this net make, okay? And then the other one, you're going to do nets of 3-dimensional figures, so all of them. So it's not going to be just prisms and pyramids. So that's 3R2. Okay, and those are the 2 you need. I'm fairly confident you guys can get 100 on this, but you only have to get an 80. Okay. Have a great day, guys.